Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well. So we are having ECB rate decision today after the Fed rate decision yesterday. So Euro is just simply setting up for the next bullish leg. It's just happening right now. So it's going to be a Euro dollar update and a possible continuation of the bullish wave, which is just has started on a 4-hour time frame. So but before going to look at that, let's look at this video, the previous video analysis, where we were expecting euro to finish the previous bearish leg, and pound dollar to continue its reversal or the next bullish trend on daily time frame. So let's look at this first, and then we're going to talk about what to expect from ECB today. Dollar is already dropping. Dollar is already gaining. So yeah, so correction is I was expecting that correction to happen. All right, correction is already underway. So the point to note here is that we still got a room, okay, but the drop is simply slowing down. Okay, now pound is simply preparing for Bank of England rate decision next week, okay, and highly likely that Bank of England is going to be very hawkish, which can be a bullish story for the pound. But we are not looking pound to rise before the Fed rate decision. We will look for pound to break up and continue to keep pushing more higher after the Fed rate decision. So still so far we are looking euro dollar to continue to keep falling lower. So if I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, we are still haven't tested that 70%, right? On the pound almost tested 61% retracement. So 61% retracement is here at 110. Yeah, so Fed can, drag pound slightly lower like this, okay? And then we may see pound to go back up and break that top because of the Bank of England rate decision. So we are not looking that move yet, all right? But we will prepare for that move. A pound highly likely can price in for that move ahead of Bank of England rate decision. So the ECB rate decision is there. ECB is also looking to raise the interest rate a bit of in between. Fed might be a dovish hike, can deliver a dovish hike. ECB can deliver in between, okay, and Bank of England has to be very hawkish to bring down the inflation because the inflation is very much high in the UK. So pound may price in for that move for the next week. So is it possibility that the euro to still drag lower? Yes, we will look for euro to just finish its move here during the Fed rate decision, and after the ECB, we may see retracement like that, or continuation of that previous trend for more upside. We don't have confirmation yet for that move, okay? We don't have confirmation for dollar weaknesses yet. We still can see that the dollar may still get strong for more euro still can fall, or dollar still can get strong till we get a decision from Fed. So what we are expecting, right? The point is what we should expect. So the short-term trade which I was talking about in the previous video analysis is just simply trigger the target over there, okay? 127 from there to within these areas. Okay, so 127 target is, even it has slightly gone below 127, but you got the move, all right? So you simply got the move, okay? There to there, the move has happened, okay? So the short-term move is just simply happened, targets happened. So what price is doing? Just simply preparing for the US PMI data to be bad. Okay? And that's why we are having that correction, this data to be bad. That's what market is expecting right now. What you are looking simply after having that bad, it is correcting simply, all right? So it is correcting, and we may see more push up all the way back within these moving averages, and during the Fed rate decision, we will look for this to draw up to this area or slightly more downside up to 618 of this previous move, all right? And yes, still gonna stay bullish on dollar, and this to keep dragging lower all the way up to 70. And yes, that's what you're looking, still looking for this to continue, all right? We don't have any buying opportunity on the euro dollar for upside, or on the pound at the moment. All right, after the Fed rate decision, we'll see that either pound is going to price in for the pound Bank of England rate decision. If so, then we will look for pound dollar to break up for upside and break the previous top, but not yet. We don't have any confirmation yet. What we are just simply having that the euro to just keep following the pound dollar. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out, yeah, we are still ahead on pound. Okay, pound is still ahead on the euro. So pound drop is slowing down, okay, and euro dollar drop is also slowing down. So a couple of more downside moves we may see on the euro dollar like that. How far these goes? Our first target going to be 61% of this previous, bullish move, retracement of that bullish move up to 61.8%. Were you paying attention? Again, yeah, 30-minute time frame moving average. All right, so that was the previous video analysis, and we got actually breakout yesterday. Yeah, so price it came close to 618%. Yeah, if when as said that the drop was slowing down, we got a couple of next leg lowers. We got the breakout of that, a small correction, and then another correction, and that correction broken down too, and price went up to 618. Yeah, and then started to rise. So yesterday, after the Fed rate decision, so we started to see bullish leg started to appear over there all the way, which is just setting up for back to that top. So this is what's happening right now. But before we're going to look at that, let's look at the ECB. All right, so we need to look at the ECB, what ECB can do. So ECB is also looking to raise the interest rate with another 25 basis point today. But before going to how far ECB can go is the question. So for that, we need to go to the clean chart first, and then we're going to look at there how far ECB can go. Again, we need to understand the inflation dynamics, what inflation dynamics are doing. Yes, first I need to open the EUIR. Yeah, so this chart, so this chart I need to open first. So inflation rate, all right, and I need to put interest rate on it. So EUINTR. Okay, so we still can see over there the inflation is falling, interest rate is still rising. Okay, and EU core inflation rate, right? So the EU core inflation, that's high. All right, so there we can see that the core inflation is still standing at 550. All right, so EU core inflation is still standing at 550, and the interest rate is 420. All right, so the ECB is still far behind the core inflation. All right, so if I'm gonna make it side by side and gonna look at the other chart, which is telling us the repricing gap between the ECB. Yeah, so how far ECB is behind. So I'm gonna use that one. This is gonna be the ECB. All right, so inflation still above the headline inflation is still above the ECB interest rate. All right, the ECB interest rate. Yeah, so it hasn't fallen below. ECB is still behind the inflation. That's the headline inflation. So if I'm gonna use the core is still well behind. Okay, so core is also well behind. All right, so there we got the zero, almost same, we can say that. Yeah, so 150. So ECB still can raise the interest rate to bring down the inflation. So the odds are rising that the ECB can go up to 475 or 450 at least. All right, or if we don't see drop in the core inflation, yeah, then maybe 5, all right, so 5% interest rate hike from the ECB. So that's telling us that the repricing gap is still there between the, from the ECB. So ECB has to be bullish, hawkish. Yeah, ECB has to be hawkish to bring down the inflation. So headline inflation is falling, we can see there, all right, and ECB is still raising the interest rate. But we can see there, see clearly there that the core inflation is now falling in the Europe, all right. Even core inflation, yeah, we can say that it has found its top peak over there. The core inflation has found its peak over there after, before we have seen peak on the headline inflation, but still high. The core inflation is still very, very high, we can say that. So if I'm gonna, even headline inflation is high, all right, headline inflation is above the ECB interest rate, so we may see more hikes, so which is a simply bullish story for the euro. So that's why we were expecting a buy opportunity over there from within these areas yesterday after the Fed rate decision. So we gotta we were expecting simply a price to tag 618, all right, or in best case scenario 70% retracement of that, all right. So we got that next leg, all these drops on lower time frame, this move, we got that move. Now we are having just simply that one more bullish leg. So ECB definitely is going to be hawkish, all right. They are not going to be dovish. They're going to raise the interest rate and going to tell us about the September hike, all right, or how many hikes we may see, or they may say that they're going to be data dependent, all right. So if they're going to be data dependent, data is not improving, yeah. PMIs, they're dropping, but we clearly can see that the core inflation is not improving. So what you are expecting, simply dollar to drop today, right, and euro to just keep pushing more higher and test that top, or in best case scenario breakthrough and continue to keep pushing more higher all the way up to 127, all right. So 127 is coming there, so up to 14. There is a good chance that the euro can continue to keep pushing more higher in coming days all the way up to 114. So the setup was there or yesterday after the the Fed rate decision, all right. So we were expecting euro to rise during after the Fed rate decision. So we got a buying momentum over there, and then a pullback. Then we got a buying up opportunity over there again at this area when we were having price was pulling back within the moving averages on this chart, all right. So this was a breakout opportunity, and then again even we got a pullback. So we got that. So what you should expect simply on euro, okay, so you are simply expecting euro to just stay trending, that's it, all right. So if you are not into this trade, all right, so you're looking for at least a 15-minute pullback ahead of the ECB rate decision, all right, and that simply break up during the ECB rate decision, all right. So ECB may spike euro to upside aggressively, all right. Even after the ECB rate decision, if you see that the pullback is coming, all right, then you are looking it to continue to keep pushing more higher. So let me open pound side by side so that you can understand that what we were expecting in the previous video analysis on the pound. We were expecting pound to finish its move and go back up. So pound is going up. There you can see that the breakout happened of that drop, the drop which was slowing down. Okay, and pound simply went higher. I'm going to go to the lower time frame where you can see that. All right, so the drop was slowing down. All right, and here we got the drop. So we got a pound was yesterday, gave us a couple of candles over there on 1 hour time frame, all right, and just went up to 618 of this previous leg and then broke out. So we were expecting pound to go higher too yesterday, and even we were expecting it to price in for the Bank of England rate decision. So we still got a room on the pound dollar to keep pushing all the way back to that top, or even we can see break up on the pound. So for that, just simply go and watch this as video analysis which we had yesterday. Yes, hope that makes sense, guys. You got the point. What you are looking, euro, the trade is already the breakout already happened on 4 hour time frame. Euro is pushing higher. Yeah, so you only can chase it, after having a small pullback over there on 15-minute time frame. So if you get that 15-minute pullback ahead of the ECB rate this, during the ECB rate this, or whatever, all right. So you are simply looking that to break up and breakout opportunity and continue to keep pushing more higher all the way up to that top. Hope that makes sense. Thank you.